Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is number 8 in my series of Canva for card makers. I have been so excited to see all of the things that you have made as a result of watching these videos. It's just been such a blessing for me to see you post on my Facebook group or to email me with ideas that you've had. And I am just hoping that you will continue to grow in your knowledge of this and be able to use it to bless other people. In this video, I want to address two questions that many of you have asked ever since you saw my presentation at the Card Maker Success Summit. The first one is how to download my weekly images that are 12 by 12 and be able to use them in Canva or to be able to print them on a regular printer that only prints 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and download those images, put them in Canva, and then be able to print them out at a smaller size. But the second thing that I'm going to do is address a question that I've had from several people, but particularly from Lynn, who is a member of my Facebook community. And she says, if you were going to send this as a digital card via email per se, would you typically only send the front portion, the card front? Curious how you would use or send these either in physical or digital formats. Thank you. So that's what I'm going to show you, this really exciting way that you can actually design your cards, send them as e-cards, and actually have them open like a card online. It's fun, it's free, and let's get to it. We're going to start today in Google Drive, which is where I store all of my 12 by 12 images that I release every week in my weekly email list. And many of you are already on that list. If you're not and you would like to receive free digital download paper and ephemera every week, just look down below in the description and there is a link where you can sign up. It's totally free and it's just something I like to do to bless you. So if you'd like to be included every Friday, then just go ahead and click on that link and fill out the form. And then you'll start getting them. So on this page of my Google Drive, I have all of the different papers and ephemera that are part of the week 1 release of my Sunflower and Daisies papers. And you can see there's a lot of them. I want to show you how to go ahead and download these if you do not have a 12 by 12 inch printer, or many people have Crickets and other things where they know how to deal with these files. But a lot of you are just regular crafters. You have an 8.5 by 11 printer, and I see that there is confusion out there about what to do with these files. So I'm just going to show you how to deal with them with Canva, since that's what we're basically focusing on in terms of software. The first step is to select which papers you actually want, and you may want all of them. If you do, you click on one, and then you do Control or Command A, and it will select all of them. And up here you can see it says 43 have been selected. But for our purposes today, I don't want to download all of them, so I'm just going to click out of that. If you want specific ones, you can click one and then skip to another one that you want. Hold down your control button and click that one, then click down to another one you want and click that one by holding your control key down. So there's several ways you can select them and several ways that you can download them. But for today, I just wanted to be quick about it. So I'm just going to download one just to show you. The process is the same no matter how many you choose to download. So here's the one that I'm going to download, just number 1, and I clicked on it and you can see it turned blue. And up here is the little download key. So I'm just going to click on it and it's going to download that file right to my computer in the downloads area. While that is downloading, I'm going to come here to the Canva home screen and I'm going to choose Create a Design. I'm going to go down to Custom Size and I'm going to type in 8.5 by 11. Now here you see that I've already done this, so I have an option down here just to click here. But just to show you, I'm going to go up here and click this little down arrow because I don't want it to be in pixels. I want to choose inches. And here I'm going to put width 8.5 and height 11. And then I'm going to create a new design. And here is that design. Now, how do I get the image to my design? This is the same exact process that we looked at in the last video, number 7 tutorial. If you haven't watched it yet, I show you how to download images from Creative Fabrica and then upload them into Canva. This is the same process. All you have to do is go over here to Uploads, click Upload Files, and there's the one I just downloaded from my Google Drive. And I'm going to click on it and click Open. And it's going to come up over here in my upload folder. So it's still uploading, but I can click on it and it's going to come over here to my page. And now what I can do is make it any size I want here within this 8.5 by 11. So if I wanted the full size, I could actually just go ahead and drag it like that. However, I would advise not to do that because your printer will have probably about 1/4 of an inch on each side that it will print blank. So you want to make it a little bit smaller, put it in the middle. Here you can see the X that forms in the middle with the red lines to show you that it's actually in the middle of the page. And you can print it that way to make it about an 8-inch square on your final 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. But let's say that you want it to be smaller because you want to make a card out of it. You can even downsize it to whatever size you want. You have full control over this image. So it makes no difference what size you want it. As long as you use the corner handles to size it, you can make it smaller, larger, and print it out at whatever size you want to be able to print and then cut up and use on a card. So that is totally your prerogative, you can print it whatever size you want to. Just be sure if you're going to print it, be able to cut up and use on a card, remember that you must go over here to share and you need to click download and then go up here to this drop down arrow and choose PDF print. This is the only way to print files off of Canva and have them come out photo quality 300 dpi, which is what you need to print on your printer. And don't forget to change your printer settings to be able to print photo quality. But as long as you change it to PDF print and then you download it that way, let's go ahead and do it. And here I'm going to open this up. And there is my file right there in the middle of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And you can make it whatever size you want to be able to fit it on the page and to be able to use it for the purpose that you have in mind. So it's just as easy as that. You can make these whatever size you want as long as you go ahead and print them with the PDF print option. Now I've opened up a document that's 5 inches by 7 inches because that's the size card I want to use to show you how to send these e-cards. But I thought I would go ahead and show you how I manipulated these files as an extension of what we were just talking about. I downloaded the files straight from Google Drive just like I would have you do and uploaded them here. And if I want to use one on a card, I can just click it and it will come over here onto my page. I can play around with it and make it whatever size I want by just stretching the images and seeing what I want to do with it. Now you can see that down here, this is exactly what I did to make the front of this card. I just took an image and just played with it till I got it to be the right size and shape that I wanted for my card. And you can do that yourself just by downloading the images, loading them, and just copying them over here and then just playing with them. Usually you just use the corner section to do that, and then you can play with it like that. Let's say you want the front of your card to look like this for a mixed media card, and there it is. It's really easy to do. It's not any big deal. Once you have those images downloaded from my Google Drive, you can just manipulate them any way you want, and you can move them around. You can do whatever you want. You could even turn them if you wanted to turn them and use them in a different way and just stretch them out until they fill up the whole card like that and make diagonal lines on there. You can do whatever you want. It's so versatile and so easy to do, it kind of gets addictive. That's the only problem with it. So I'm just warning you ahead. Don't say I didn't warn you. It's very addictive. So here I'm going to erase this page, put it in trash, and here's the card that I made that I want to show you how to send as an e-card. This is the cover. It just says sending hugs. I'm using one of my sunflower papers. I went ahead and added a page that would be the back side of this cover. So this is when you open it, this would be the left-hand side of the inside. And since I put sending hugs, I just put one of the ephemera that is also in my Sunflowers and Daisies release. And then I just added a little quote down here that is really cute about a hug. It says, "Sometimes in life, we just need a hug. No words, no advice, just a hug to make you feel like you matter." And then here's the actual sentiment area of my card, and I used another one of my ephemera. I chose the one with the coffee cup because I felt like it kind of conveyed what I wanted to say, which was wish I could deliver them in person. In other words, I wish I could deliver those hugs in person. But of course, I'm sending them as an e-card. So here's my 3 pages. Now, here's the thing. You can make these as many pages as you want. So if you wanted to make some kind of cute little booklet to send that's digital format for a friend or for a grandchild or whatever, you can make as many pages as you want in one of these. But just to make a simple card, you can make these 3 pages. And all you have to do to make this magic happen is come over here to share. And now instead of clicking download, we're going to scroll down to more here at the bottom. Click more, and then there's all these different choices. And what we're going to do to make it easy is just type in up here, Flipbook. And here you see 2 choices, and I'm going to show you how to do this on this one called Heyzine Flipbooks. So I'm just going to click on the flipbook, and it's going to ask me what pages, and I want all the pages because I erased that other one I had. So I'm just going to do all pages, and I'm going to do save. Now it says preparing your design. So it's making it happen, and it says your design has been saved. You can go to your home page, you can continue editing your document, or here it says you can view in Heyzine Flipbooks. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to be making it happen, and wait till you see what happens. So here it is. This is now in a completely different format. Now you can ignore this background because I'm going to change the background, but look what happens. See this little arrow right here? You click it and it opens it up just like a card. And here's my second page on the inside of the cover. And here is the inside of the card. And to close it again, you just click it there and it closes. I mean, seriously, how cool is that? Now I want to show you what you can do. You can click over here on background. And what I did was I just searched sunflowers. And it came up with a whole lot of backgrounds, but I'll show you the one that I picked was this one right here. And look what it did. It put that background behind my card. And now I'm going to come up here under style, and it can change the transparency of that background, or you can change the blur of it so that it's a little bit blurred so your card stands out, and then you can close. And there is my card that I can email to a friend, and when she opens it, she's going to see those sunflowers, and she's going to see that it opens right there. And like I said, you can make multiple pages, so you don't have to just limit it to these 3 pages. You can make it as long as you want. I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you, I think this is so cool, and you can personalize it and send it. But again, I do want to emphasize, remember, we're doing both and. It doesn't mean you have to totally cut out physical card making and only make e-cards. That takes a lot of the fun out of real card making. But on the other hand, you don't have to limit yourself to only sending physical cards. Think about it. If you have a friend who's in a down place or is depressed, or you talked to her on the phone and there's a problem of some sort, you can put together a card like this very quickly. Send it email. She gets it instantly. You don't have to take the time to actually make a physical card, nor do you have to mail it, nor do you have to pay for the mail and wait for the mail. But you can do it individually and quickly this way. For those occasions that come up where you need something and you don't have the time and maybe not even the cost involved of putting together a physical card. So again, I do want to emphasize some people think that all I want to do is send e-cards, and that's just not true. I want to let you know that this is another tool in your tool belt so that it gives you the opportunity to do something new and different and fun, and you can use it to bless other people. And that's the main point of card making, isn't it? Now, I do want to add that when you make your first card like this, it will pop up saying, this will only be kept for 5 days unless you register with us. So I would advise that you do go ahead and fill out the registration form. They have a completely free plan, and I'm going to explain the details about that in a couple minutes here. But they do have a free plan. And you need to go ahead and register because if you don't, they will only keep this card in their memory banks for 5 days. So if you want to keep it for longer than that, you're going to need to go ahead and fill out the registration form. There are several other software choices to make flipbooks, but what I think is very cool about this one is that it's linked directly into Canva, so you don't have to download your files and then upload them into a separate software. This will make this straight from Canva, and that's what makes it a selling point for me. But truthfully, I just found this out just recently, so I am a new user of this particular software, and I don't know all the ins and outs, but I have been able to send cards this way, and they've worked out great. So I'm hoping you'll go ahead and check it out. Anyway, there's lots of options, but the one I used was the background option. And now I'm going to make sure I save this. And since I registered, it will save it for me. And then I'm going to go to share. And now you can see there's lots of different ways you can share this. You can even embed it in your website if you wanted to. If you had a blog, you can share it on Facebook or social media. You can download it. But what I'm going to do is click email and image. Now here it gives me a preview of what my recipient is going to see in their email. And I kind of like this cover option over here, not this one where it says play, but this one that says flip, because I think it kind of shows the person this opens up. I'm going to make it not quite as big of a flip, but that's the image I like to show because it shows, oh, you can open this. So I'm going to choose that one. And then I'm going to do copy image with link. Just like that. And it's copied to my clipboard. Now here I am in my Gmail account, and I'm going to compose an email, and I'm just going to email myself just for an example. And I'm going to say something like, here are some hugs for you. Then I'm going to go down in my regular section here and type whatever message that I want to type. Dear whatever. Click on the image to open up your card. And now I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there, just like that. And there's the image right there. And you can see that I chose the one that has a little fold back. Now I'm going to send the email. And here it comes up in my email, and I'm going to click on it. So I'm the recipient now. And I read the message that you wrote to me, and it says, click on the image to open your card. And I'm going to click on it, and it's going to open it up just like that. And there is the card, sending hugs with our sweet background with sunflowers and a little kitty. And I'm going to click in it, and it even makes a noise when it flips open the card. It's so fun. It really makes you feel like it's physical. And there's our card, just like that. And you can see that down here it has a logo. This logo will disappear if you do choose to buy a subscription to it. This is only on the free images, but I personally don't mind having their logo there. It doesn't bother me. And there's another demonstration of opening it and closing it. So I hope you think that's just as cool as I think it is. It really seems like you're sending a real card and you designed the whole thing just as if you made it physically. Okay, here we are on the Heyzine subscription page, and I just wanted to show you so that you know what it's all about. And you can see that you can keep 5 free flipbooks for free. And I'm going to show you how to manage that here in a minute with unlimited pages, no ads, etc., etc., etc. Now, I think I'm going to sign up for the $4 a month just because I do send so many of these. And you can see down here that it says no watermarks, and that way it will not have that logo on it when I send it to people. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to do it because it has unlimited flip books, and I don't have to erase them to be under that 5 flip book limit. And so I'm going to go over to my dashboard, which is up here on the upper right, and you will see what I've made so far. And you can see that this is the one we just made. And I made the very same one yesterday to try it out. So I left this on here because I wanted to show you. It says I'm using 3 out of my 5 free flip books, and it gives me a chance to subscribe. So I have 5 free. So as long as they're on here and I haven't sent more than 5, the person who received it can open it up over and over and over again. But under their free plan, you can only have 5 here. So if you've sent out 5 cards already to people, they're all going to be on here. And to send out another one for free, you're going to have to erase or trash the first one and keep them rotating through here so you only have 5 at a time. Which, if you only use it occasionally, it's really not that big of a deal, and the person can download it when they get it so they don't have to keep coming back here to view it. I hope that makes sense. But let's just say I had done all 5 and I wanted to make a new one, and I still want to be on the free plan. So what I want to do is go ahead and click the one that I did yesterday over here. And then what I'm going to do is delete it. And then I will have room to make a new one to be able to send to someone else. So that's how it works. If you're on the free plan, you just want to keep deleting them so that you stay under that 5 limit, and then you can stay free. Now let's look at the one that I made yesterday, which was from our back to school one, just so you can see what it looks like. And here it is, and you can see that I added a little green chalkboard behind it. And if we want to go open it, we just open it. I added another page saying to our A+ grandson from that same set that we downloaded from Creative Fabrica. And then this one I just went ahead and signed digitally and did it in Canva and said, "Have a great year with lots of love and hugs, Nana and Papa." And I added some hearts, and there's the card. So you can see how versatile this is and how fun it is to see that you can send things and have it be all like a real card that opens and closes. So that's it. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope you will play with it. I hope you will send things and that it will give you some freedom to just expand your creativity some more and expand your card making parameters so that you have a broader horizon of what's possible out there, and it's not all just about physical cards. So thanks so much for joining me today. Please make a comment and let me know if you find these tutorials useful. I really appreciate all the feedback I can get. And I'd like to invite you, as always, to join my Facebook group. We have a wonderful community of card makers there who are experimenting now with making some digital things, but also who make beautiful and so creative actual physical cards. So we have the whole gamut, and we're just in there to encourage each other and support each other. And I would love to have you join. If you want to, there's a link down below in the description, as well as the link there to sign up if you want to get my weekly emails with the free papers that you can download and use for yourself. Thanks again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.